Okay, you knew this was coming. Rose actually reacted to my initial reaction to his video on YouTube once more. So naturally, that means I have to react to it all over again. Because you guys seem to enjoy the previous time I did that, and I know you were kind of bummed out that I checked his other video reacting to my video, reacting to his video without you guys because I watched it at work. But this time I saved this video to watch it for the first time with you guys. So I don't know anything. It's super exciting. I actually couldn't wait until I get home and watch this because I really want to hear what he has to say about this one. I allowed myself to be a little bit more spicy because I know he watches my stuff. So, yeah, I just want to see his reaction, so let's just go. Hopefully it's not too loud.
We're going to watch GeneralApple's reaction.
It is kind of loud, but I really want you guys to hear what I'm saying in this video, so that's why. I hope you can't hear an echo or something.
To what I believe is my worst video.
I'll take it down just a bit.
Hands down, shittiest video I've ever made.
Oh.
I'll tell you why this is my shittiest video.
Yeah, even when I was recording it for the first time, I could tell... Well, for the first time, for the only time, I could tell that the video wasn't on par. Clearly something was off. His camera was just, I don't know, 15 frames per second. It was something fierce. And yeah, I could tell something happened, for sure.
My camera broke.
That being said, the video was good.
Let me show you the camera.
It makes sense. I said the exact same thing. It makes complete sense. It kind of sucks, but... I appreciate him for still making the video, for sure.
Trash-ass, second-hand DSLR camera.
Damn.
Broke. I had to crack open the casing of this, only to find out that the PCB inside of here burned out on some of the connections. I opened this thing up and had to take copper wires.
He had to go technical.
From a thing. I had to unwind the copper wires.
You never want to do that.
Solder them back into place to get this thing to
usually
work
you just cry and order a new one.
Very gently and carefully closing it back up and trying to get it to work. One stream last year, towards the end of the year, this eventually died, and I haven't been able to get it back. Now, when I first did this, water damage, probably water damage. Now, when I first did this,
that he even kept his old hard drive that collapsed. That's actually kind of funny.
Some reason, no matter what I did, I couldn't get the frame rate above 10 frames per second. I think it was 10.
Oh, so it was 10. I said 15.
If you see me in any frame, you're going to see that I'm a low PS1 fucking frame rate character.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing I could do to fix it. I did everything I could. And I was like, fuck it, I'm not re-recording this. This will just be my shittiest video ever.
Respect.
So if he
actual respect
on this fucking video, I 100% understand.
It's gonna be good.
If he thinks this...
I'm not gonna tell you what I said in the video because I want you guys to watch this in case you haven't watched my original reaction. I'm not gonna spoil it.
I get it. Because in my opinion, it is shit. It's the worst video I've ever done.
Yeah. And that just goes to show how creative this man is. Because he sees all the flaws, even though the video was fire and was still funny and good. The fact that it wasn't up to par compared to his other videos just makes him feel frustrated. And I get that, because I was trying to make scripted content for a while. And yeah, you definitely feel the burn.
Most issues I've ever had. Please wear the same shirt to see the change in body fat we want to see. I have no idea where that white vest is. But I've lost about 20 kilograms, so there's a difference. I know I'm a fat ass in this video.
Respect.
Holy shit, it's bad.
We're gonna have a good day. Not only
there we go.
This incredible image of two thug-shaking brothers right here.
What time is it?
I was so proud of the way I said thug there, because I actually pronounced the TH correctly. God damn. Those were the days, just a few days ago. I like that because we're actually I struggle with that so much. ROZE video. And in case you don't know who ROZE is, I'm going to leave a link in the description so you guys can watch his I did a little bit of glazing here. Actually subscribe to him because he's an extremely...
I'm actually kind of excited to have GeneralApple shit on me because I can tell he's an old school YouTuber. He's an old school WoW player. He grew up on a time on the internet where there were no limits.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Thank you, brother. Yes. Finally, put some respect on my goddamn name. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I know not many people can see that because I'm very tame in my videos because I don't want to be shadow banned by YouTube. I know YouTube is very known to do that. So I'm kind of being careful, and I feel like I'm not bringing 100% out of myself, which is kind of frustrating at times. But, you know, at the same time, if you want to be a player, you have to play by the rules. And I do want to make this my job. So, yeah, it is what it is. If I can bring 100% of myself, I will bring out 80%. And I think for the most part, it's fine.
You just said whatever the
Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what will ever happen if I bring 100% of myself, it's literally Filter Frank.
fuck you thought. You made the spiciest jokes ever. You had a fun time. So I hope he takes some shots at me. I actually hope he takes some shots at me.
I have content creator. That goes under everyone's radar. I think he's truly incredible. And recently, I was made aware that he actually watches.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, he likes that.
Yeah, that. Oh, that.
This
Oh
fucker.
yeah. Yeah, that's right. Just.
Oh, come
Just
on.
keep going. You just keep.
Dude.
GeneralApple.
Are you kidding me?
You already know it's not gonna suck itself.
You cocky little bitch. Oh my god. Okay. You know what? It's on, brother. I took point of that. Man, vengeance is better served cold. This is my stuff. And Rose,
Or revenge,
in case
whatever.
you're watching
I don't know.
This hair is real. You're bald.
There it is.
Now, on an... The clap back.
He's right. I can't believe his hair's real. His hair is fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Let's be honest, I wish I had hair that good.
Oh.
I fucking wish I had hair that good. God damn it.
Nah,
Give
he
it a while.
looks good.
Give it a
bald.
while. You'll turn into a balding middle-aged white guy. It doesn't matter what race you were born. You're in the MMOs now. You will turn into one of us.
That's such a good point. But you know what the funny thing is, actually? My father is Norwood 4, okay? And he has been like this since his mid or even early 20s, which is crazy because I'm 27 and I'm about to be 28 in, just 4 months. So it's very crazy to think that somehow I haven't gone bald. I don't know why. I don't want to just, jinx it. But at the same time, it's crazy because I always looked at my father and went like, damn, one day that's gonna be me. Because you don't know how my father looks like, obviously, but I'm basically the spitting image of my father, okay? I look exactly like him. So I always looked at him with, oh, damn, I'm gonna be bald, am I? But for some reason, it never hit me. Maybe my mother genetics kind of saved me. I don't know how. Because, my mother is like 1 meter tall, and I'm actually 180. So it's kind of like I got the best of both worlds for some reason. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to jinx it, you know what? But regardless, it's so funny to see because I was so afraid of it always. And at some point I went like, I'm just going to do a hair transplant if it ever happens. And I still kind of do that, I'm not that attached, but at the same time, I'm glad that didn't happen. But that being said, I did came back to MMO, so maybe soon. Who knows?
It's like a virus. It's gonna happen.
Another topic, you guys...
You got brown hair genetics. That's true, actually.
Yeah.
He's almost got as much hair on his head as my ex-girlfriend had on her legs.
My brother, the trade-off is that you have so much hair on your ass crack you can't even wipe properly. Now, if you want to take that trade, that's something different. But it's a trade.
She was brown.
Tell me that he's blending a
Fair
lot
enough.
of memes that I don't pay attention to. Now, it's true that some of the memes are elusive, but you need to understand that I pay attention to
Kenya for the
90%
picture.
of them. If you
Good.
see me not reacting to
Crazy
a few
Ex,
of
yes.
those, is because I don't want to risk getting banned. Okay?
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's 100% fair. I
said
make
it.
spicy jokes. I make spicy memes.
Spicy
I
is
made
one
so
way to
many
say it.
spicy memes in my PvP video that Muckluck refused to react to it
Damn.
because it was just one gigantic risk, not just for YouTube, but for his entire brand as a family-friendly streamer.
That's fair. I'm glad he actually, accepting it and not calling me a pussy or something. That actually makes me a little bit, a little bit happy that he wasn't disappointed. But at the same time, it is what it is. Again, like I said earlier, I need to play by the rules. YouTube is eventually, is literally the owner of what I do here. So if I want to do what's right, I gotta play ball. It is what it is. Now, at the same time, I'm definitely not a family-friendly channel. I do what I do and I say what I say. And if you watched my other non-related to Guild Wars 2 videos, you know I'm being extremely critical of many MMOs, especially Ashes of Creation and World of Warcraft and New World and every MMO that is fishy, slimy, or just trash. So I definitely not take back any opinions that I've said, but I do try to say them in a more sophisticated way instead of just rather calling them out. But also, it's not really a YouTube thing, it's kind of a me thing. I believe that if I explain myself to the best of my abilities, people will understand me more clearly and I will prevent more misunderstandings. So it's just like, you know, a me thing alongside with the YouTube thing. The YouTube
And if this
thing.
is your job, if you're trying to make this your job, I completely understand.
Yeah. I
Either
respect
blurring
that.
it out
Thank you.
or not even reacting to it because you don't want to be in trouble.
Yeah. I bleeped a couple of things, not from his video, but from mine, because I saw some streamer that I don't like and I kind of went crazy there, so I just bleeped it. I didn't want to take any risks. That's why. You know what that is. Whenever you see a smoke alarm beeping meme, I know what it's all about. I understand. Brother, I grew up on MTV. I know all of the jokes, okay? Like, don't test me. Please don't. I just don't want to risk getting shadow
That's good to know.
for it, okay?
I'm glad he's not missing out.
It. So please stop spamming me about this. I get it. Trust me, I do. I laugh at it, but I do it silently.
That's smart.
Absolutely. Now, with that in mind, let's continue. Okay, we're starting the video. The Guild Wars 2 after 11 minutes only. Part 2. Man, this video is gonna be long.
Done.
Here we go again.
Dude, the fake Tims is such a great joke. By the way, organic. Jesus, he was
look how bad the fucking audio is.
So fat here. Now he actually looks good.
He's right. He's right. I'm fat as fuck there.
I told you. I clapped back.
Fucking another 20 kilograms to lose. But at least I'm getting somewhere.
Damn.
At least I'm getting somewhere. Not very far. It's going to take a while. But I figure when I start my Black Desert Online workout challenge, I'm going to get somewhere.
I'm allowing myself to say it here. But yeah, I mean, I just
not thug enough, would not cross the street. Yeah, that's because I didn't use the shoe polish. That's fair enough. Benji, do you know how fucking hard it is to get a do-rag in my country? Damn. I don't know why.
Really?
But South Africans do not wear do-rags very commonly.
Really?
I had to order this from a Chinese site and wait a week for it to show up. Now, luckily, I got black friends.
Actually,
so they were like,
surprising.
I was like, yo, do you know how to tie a do-rag properly? And they were like, oh, yeah, let me show you. I'm like, but I've never seen you wear one. They're like, I don't know. I just know. You guys think that because I know he watches my stuff, I'm gonna be extremely lighthearted and laugh at everything? No. I'm gonna treat this video the same as if I didn't know he was watching my content. And you know what? I'm actually gonna double down and say I'm gonna treat it twice as hard. He needs to work to make me laugh now. Well, then he's gonna shit on me for this video because this one was really fucking bad.
Because I actually know that this weasel is planting so many good memes out there. I can't wait for him to see him improve. Like, he's good. He's good at what he's doing. I know he can do better.
Whole food section aisle is it's a pretty rough affair. I mean, sure, the Coke on the tables that makes you run faster is free, and we're only the second worst inner city in tourism.
Fuck, my audio is so bad.
Yeah. But these levels
he's really mad at it. I understand, though.
Just completely unsustainable.
He's a perfectionist, you can tell.
We're gonna watch this at 1.25 because otherwise I'm gonna kill myself.
A little bit of dirt.
Yeah, fair enough.
None of this, however,
saves me some time too.
Concern. I have bigger problems to deal with.
Do you know how hard it was actually to keep this gun pointed directly at my dick? It kept on falling out my pants.
See, it's about time I escaped this life of oppression out.
And he's packing in every video.
You won't even have to listen to my mixtape for me to be able to do that.
Now, last time I had to make some semblance of sense in order to review the mechanics of this ancient and esoteric MMO. But now, unburdened by the need to explain how and why things work, I don't have to make any sense at all, and can instead focus on making you as nauseous and confused with my Guild Wars 2 takes as possible. Right? Previously,
that poor man had such a fucking stroke trying to watch these videos.
The results of what happens when a game
I heard that. You know what? I actually need to watch Muckluck reactions to these videos. I kind of want to see how is it like how his personality is like, because I only watched his main channel stuff. I haven't watched any reactions, so it's gonna be interesting.
Receive enough love as a child, got flashbanged by the amount of info in the hero training tab, and discovered, rather ironically, that the most plant-like race in Guild Wars 2 doesn't have a family tree so much as a family twig. Since we
Wait, what?
Guild Wars 2
Dude, That I was saw so Slicker good. there, and oh my god.
Yeah, there we go.
It's
There's the family
the
tree.
worst thing ever. You have Alinity, you have Johnny Somali, Aiden, Ross, Nico, Slicker. Dude, he disappeared. He used to be so
vanished.
funny.
He was
had
so
problems,
funny.
If you don't know this guy, but he was hilarious.
Oh yeah, he had a lot of gambling problems and he stole a lot of money.
Especially for Middle Eastern, like he's hilarious. And is that? Oh Jesus, it's him. I know who that is. It's
EDP.
EDP.
Yeah.
I know everything. Okay, go fuck yourself. I know everything. Stop it. I don't want to.
No, you don't. You missed the chair.
Nah, I saw that.
You know where that chair's from?
Prove myself anymore. Leave me alone, guys. iDubbbz, right? That's supposed to be him. I might misunderstand it, but it's gotta be iDubbbz.
tree so much as a family twig, since we all came from the same place and were all genetic dead ends
I'd assume
incapable
so.
of reproduction.
That is, of course, aside from our one mom who will.
If I'm wrong about that, let me know, by the way.
Importantly, I'm finally beginning to hear whispers of our greatest and most feared enemy. And it's about time I prepared myself to face him by completely forgetting he exists and finding
I
a
need
new
to reach
zone
that
level
part.
up in.
I actually stopped right before Zaitan. I want to start recording a Guild Wars 2.
Where's the chair from?
Okay, he's about to say that.
You know, no one's managed to find reference to every single meme I've done in a single video yet.
Really?
Or at least indicate that they have. I think I'd like to keep it that way.
Interesting.
Every now and then you're going to miss an inside joke. Kind of like a Mandalore gaming video. You're not going to catch everything.
Oh, so maybe it's not iDubbbz. I thought it was the Cockchair. But, okay. Sure. Interesting. I'm about to do it very soon, but I want a 100% Tira before I move forward into the expansion. But you're gonna get a Zaitan video very soon.
Oh god! Oh god! Please, yes! I want to see this man rant endlessly about how bad the fucking Zaitan fight is.
By the way, spoiler alert. At this point, right before I'm starting the fight, I only need to record it. That's it. I finished all the quests, like everything. So I just need to fight Zaitan. I need to enter the dungeon. And I'm done. That's the video. So yeah, expect it very soon.
Oh my god. Unironically, the Zaitan fight video, I cut 3 hours of me just screaming at my fucking camera with no script. Because there was so much to bitch about.
These level brackets for zones are more of a suggestion than a rule, because as long as you're not under-leveled, you can go wherever you want and the game's just going to scale you down appropriately so that you can experience the content. Will this probably suck later when I'm level 80 and I go back to a beginner zone and can't kill a level 2 squirrel without a single shot from a gun? Yeah, probably, but
I don't know if his frame rate dropped for a reason or it's just
there
a
it
meme.
is.
At this point, I'm just...
There it is. Yeah, there it is. That's my camera. My camera got fucked up. I had to resolder the connections. Couldn't get the frame rate higher, and I was like, fuck it, I'm not recording this for a 5th time.
Too confused. I'm lost in the sauce, brother. Maybe his roof collapsed at him again, and it's all his...
I can't remember, but I think my roof collapsed on me somewhere around this time. It might have happened before or after. I can't remember. Honestly, it's too long ago.
How many times this man
recorded
roof
from
collapsed?
his,
I don't know, like son's phone or something.
I'm not one
Sorry if I'm being wrong about that.
I haven't been using in the mouth.
And so I press on, deciding that I'm just about old enough now to catch crabs, collect what looks like slightly expired jizz blobs for a robot and his master, and continue finding out just how forgettable the backstory of these sentient vegetables is.
That's right. We're allowed to make these jokes now after finding out what he did.
At this point, our intrepid hero is supposed to go after an ancient artifact from the land of death called Ore, but the houseplants who know about the artifact are currently missing. So I'm forced to track one of them down, kill some undead, and meet up with Karis, the single most cringe-inducing Sylvari of the entire game.
I hate this bitch.
Right here is the kind of character that separates...
Her voice lines are like from a 1960s cartoon. Golly Willikers! She's like fucking... She's like Robin from the Batman things before Batman did all the dark shit. When he was just like comedic relief. It's so bad.
It's the amateurs from the pros.
Really?
And Julie Nathanson,
That's kinda
the
interesting.
voice actor of Cabbage, is
I kinda wanna check
definitely
it
a pro.
out.
You can tell because she had to read some of these lines out loud and have them haunt her nightmares, as well as have her voice immortalized in this horror show of a dialogue. And even after doing so, there's
That's
not a
embarrassing.
single mention in her wiki about her putting a gun in her mouth and redecorating the nearest ceiling. We thank you for your service, Julie, and hope that you're in a better place now. Fringe Princess tells us here that forgettable mentor number 25, Tegwin, managed to somehow be outsmarted by a bunch of fish who are now holding her captive underwater.
Dude, I love
But
this
not
meme
in the
so
sexy
much.
way.
It's
So
such
up to
a
us
good
to
meme.
save her from a life of being
The
well
fish.
hydrated.
I'm just saying, that joke that I made there comes directly from the idea of how much better would this entire quest line have been if Tegwin was tied up with her hands above her head, her chest sticking out, in a bikini. That's all I'm saying.
Damn.
That's all I'm saying. It would have given me another reason to love Guild Wars 2, and they didn't do it.
And it's at this point
Shame
that I
on them.
realized
Oh,
that
so you have to save different people depend on the race you chose, right?
Yes.
Because I chose a human. It was someone completely
Yeah, it's different. It's related to your character and based on their personal story. It's like minor changes, but it all ends up not mattering in the end.
different.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense.
Good.
I've forgotten to
The
mention
Guild Wars
something
2
to you.
experience.
It also depends whether you decide to do the mirror quest. Wait, is the mirror quest later? No, you have to reconstruct the mirror. Someone goes through the mirror. And then you use the mirror quest later, or you decide to attack directly, I think. That comes later.
Guild Wars
Yeah.
2 has done something here that I've seen no other MMO even try to attempt. A
Underwater
unique
combat.
swimming combat system.
Yeah.
You get your own
That's true. That's one of the things that actually took me by surprise whenever I first started Guild Wars 2, is the fact that there was underwater combat. People
Yes.
have asked to put this in World of Warcraft for ages.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And what's so fucking upsetting to me is I feel like they have the skill and ability to make the underwater combat good, and it's just abandonware. Please, if I could sit on Santa's lap without him getting an erection, I would ask for two things for Christmas. Rework the core gameplay experience and put underwater combat back in the game. And make you have the ability to do it good.
Like that's actually crazy.
But they won't do it.
Also, Sylvari shouldn't require a breathing mask. The plants, not people.
Really?
And also, Asura shouldn't be allowed a breathing mask. They should just drown.
They were the first to think about that. Yeah.
breather.
Man, he
and then
surely
plan on
hates
drowning
them.
Your own unique.
But you know what? So am I.
Please.
And also the fact that they gave you like unique weapons for underwater is kind of wild. That's crazy.
Yes.
Underwater weapon to fight enemies with unless you plan on dying.
Dude, that's
your
such
own uniquely underwater.
Such a clever meme. This is such a clever meme. If you don't
Yeah.
know about it, it's hilarious. I literally have this on
And these are all related to the actual weapons you can get in the game.
my phone.
Yep.
It's when the club is about to close at 3 a.m. You're doing whale hunting. I literally have this on my phone. That's crazy.
Weapon to fight enemies with unless you plan on dying.
And unfortunately, as unique as this system is, to underwater combat is just kinda
Floaty.
shallow.
Especially when
okay.
compared to the other mechanics of this game, since there's about as much weapon variety here as an American election.
But an attempt was made, and that's more than I can say for most MMOs. I mean, hell, some modern MMO titles don't even let the five
Still have
no,
time if you're
Frenchie.
younger. Frenchie.
swim, let alone fight underwater.
So I kill a few fish.
And it's so funny watching this right now, knowing this game died. It's hilarious because this video was made 1 year ago. More than 1 year ago. I mean,
People
it's
who
crazy.
don't like it when I refer to them as Naga, because that's their
Oh,
word
God,
now.
don't
I
do
free
it.
the ficus we were looking for along.
That was a reference back to the fact that there, once upon a time there were a bunch of World of Warcraft streamers who, when
And also World of Warcraft guilds. I don't know if he's gonna mention them. I'm gonna wait for him to say it.
they hit Dark
Something stole my bike. Everyone knows about
Shore, when,
If you played WoW,
not
you know.
Dark Shore, it's the area after Dark Shore. Fuck, I'm forgetting its name. Where there were a few people running around there and they attacked the Naga on the beach. They said the word Naga and then they started getting banned off of Twitch.
Alongside a strange
Damn.
little frogman. And then,
Okay, if you played
unfortunately,
WoW, you know this man. You can tell this man played WoW for decades. Like, you
Yes.
just know. You know that.
breaks on me.
And I know this has to be a bug because no one in their right mind would look at that face and think it wasn't supposed to be in a cage.
NCSoft
we
really
go.
needs to fix their game. It's only rational that I should be able to put that thing out of its misery the moment I see it. Eventually, though, this leads me on to meeting up with some better-looking rat people who have the
You know what? That was a missed opportunity when I said NCSoft needs to fix their game. I should have pissed people off by not mentioning the publisher, and I shouldn't have mentioned ArenaNet, and I should have made it a running joke where I just thought that this game was being developed by ZeniMax Studios or something. Just to piss
That would have
people
been
off.
clever.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so clever. That would have made so many people pissed. That's actually a good idea.
that Guild Wars 2 storytelling
keep that
is marred
running
by
joke.
the lack of intrigue or anything unique happening. I
You'll have
honestly
some
felt
people
more
raging
focused
in the
when game
comments,
was
though, for sure.
devastating my attention span.
Now, why do I love the rats than the, like, Ashura or whatever the name is? Because they don't try to look human. I
There you
actually
go.
like them.
Base.
They're big rat people and they embrace it.
Another base take from
Thank you.
GeneralApple. When is this guy gonna stop collecting W's, goddammit?
Never.
I love Skavens.
Never.
Dude. They're cool. They're dope.
Every
I'm
5
collecting
If none of y'all
W's
ever
like
played
Infinity
Warhammer, you
Stones.
wouldn't understand.
seconds with a jumping puzzle or hidden chest.
See, unlike the visuals, the combat, the interesting
recently
spell
got into
effects,
Warhammer
and
lore,
even
yeah.
the differing themes that I've seen in different parts of the world so far. There's just
You bet your ass that sometimes back in the day when I was editing a video, I was just sitting around Holbrack looking at them Norn bitches. God damn.
Understandable.
Just nothing unique or interesting that's happening about the storytelling here. There's no hook or deeper character motivations.
Yeah, we all get it.
It's simply a case of chasing around.
Well, I mean, we don't get it, but we do.
We find it, and here's
You know
the
what I
real
mean?
kick in the cunt.
When we do find this artifact,
But hold on, GeneralApple looks like the stone sculptures on Easter Island. I don't see it.
Dude, I use this meme so much in my videos. It's crazy he said that. Like, a viewer of his said that. That's actually kind of funny. I love that. I love these statues. It's funny. But I don't think I look like them. I know it's kind of hilarious. I get that. I'm not that chiseled, bro. Like, not at all. I don't know why some of his viewers says that. I mean, I'm flattered. Don't get me wrong. But, I mean, come on. It couldn't be further away from the case.
I don't actually
It's
see
funny,
it. He
though.
seems too well
I
put together.
I appreciate that.
Maybe it's
Thank
the
you.
chin. He does have a strong jaw.
I don't think so.
No, their faces are like way more elongated. He doesn't have a head for it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you mean dare? What do you mean dare faces? Can you expand on that?
His hairline's still on the front of his head. Like if he had no hair and it just turned out that he had like flat top, then maybe. But it doesn't look like it.
Nah,
we're not even-
actually, no, it's regular. By the way, I have a giant ass nose, but it makes sense due to my ancestry. It is what it is. I earned it. It's a birthright.
the ones who get to use it, and there's no significant story progress made at all. Instead, we're back to doing a daily repeatable quest of rescuing the same single-digit IQ plantoid who didn't learn her lesson the first time around, except this time it's supposed to be different because the environment is grey and not yellow-brown.
Let's just snap back to reality real quick here.
Yeah.
Eminem no
I've been
reference.
thinking about why I care so little.
Man, that's dedication. Jesus Christ, man. That's a hassle of a job. I used to make long edits and scripted videos for like 1 month, and then I gave up, okay? Because it was taking...
You have to script your videos. You have to script them. Otherwise, you're
Yeah.
going to forget something important, or you're going to
Obviously.
misspeak, or you're going to say something you didn't intend to say.
Yeah.
If it's off the cuff, that's fine. That's great and all, but you're going to fuck up.
Nah, I can do off the cuff. I mean, nowadays, I practice more and more, so obviously all the videos I make are one takes, and that's it. I don't do any edits. Barely do any edits. Depends. If my parents just barge into my room and just do some shenaniganry, then obviously I'm gonna edit this one out. Nobody wanna see that. But usually, 90% of my videos are one take. And it's only because recently I started practicing. But at the time, I couldn't do off-the-cuff videos. It was impossible for me. I always misspoke. I always did something. It was impossible.
Script your videos if you're doing videos.
So damn long. One video of this guy probably takes months to make.
Even if it's bullet
the
points.
First 10 to 20 seconds of this video, I bet took him like a couple of days. It's crazy. Just collecting everything and putting all the memes and...
Also, MJ, that's nice of you to say that I'm bald Tormund, but unfortunately, I'm the size of a midget.
Damn.
I wish I was that tall.
I did not expect frames and the footage and the right image, and then it's not good enough, and then you add subtitles. Oh my god, I know all about this. If you've never
Yep.
been inside of like an editing zone, you wouldn't understand. Like if you never opened an editing software,
Aren't you 190? Not even close. Microman. And I'm never going to tell you exactly how tall I am.
ooh, your mind is keep us guessing, okay? Like you're good, but we have suffered. I stopped making these type of videos, but they were the most fun and rewarding videos type to make. Still to this day, the video I take most pride of, or my most pride in, sorry, is that Lies of P boss ranking video. If you haven't watched it, please do. Like, it's really good. I mean, it's not good in terms that the video is good. The video sucks balls, but I've done my best, and I'm proud of it. It's my top
That's all that
watched
matters.
video that I watch for myself.
Really?
I never watch my own videos.
It's
But
true.
If I'm being honest, I don't think there's a single video that I'm actually proud of.
I watched this video.
They're
several
not
times.
good
It
enough
was
yet.
amazing. At
Yeah,
least
and you'll never be. I know because I feel the same. You always see the flaws in your own videos. It's crazy. Even so many have enjoyed them and think like they're perfect and great. Nah, we always see the flaws. It kind of is the most frustrating thing about. I don't know if I should call it being a perfectionist, but you know, being a person who strives to do better and try to always get more people to enjoy your stuff. It's just a curse, man. It's never ending.
About all
It
of
has
these
so many
story
flaws, though.
beats for weeks now, trying to figure out exactly what is wrong with the Guild Wars 2 Leaf Boy story and why
Fuck, I
I couldn't
was
give
so
less of a
fat.
fuck about it if I tried.
God damn, look how fucking fat I was.
Yeah, he
Look at
was.
those juicy fucking tits. I should have been on OnlyFans, not on Twitch. Holy shit.
Talk about the triple chin.
There's no point in sugarcoating it or I'd eat it too. Holy fuck. If I went skydiving, I'd sink Africa. If you looked at this, you'd think my fucking baby pictures were taken from fucking satellite.
Oh my god.
My morning breakfast bowl used to come with a fucking lifeguard. You people ate cereal with a spoon, I ate it with a shovel.
God
damn.
Right. I could honestly.
It's
pitch in
crazy. You know, he and I actually tends to say the same words. I don't know why. Maybe because we grew up in the same era, but it's kind of funny. I always somehow predict what he's about to say. But maybe, I don't know, maybe because we watched too many videos on YouTube back in the day.
endlessly about the lack of deeper character
And
connection
you know which
flow
type?
between yourself and these NPCs, the rushed pacing of some of these stories, the fact that you've got all this interesting lore, but the in-game explanation is
Yeah.
flatter than
100%. He hit the
Yes.
nail right in the head here. Like that's
There it is.
crazy
That's
how
ex-
accurate that is.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. You've
Yeah.
got amazing lore and it never shows up in the game. That's a
Yeah,
problem.
it sucks. It's
I
a
wanna
huge
discover
problem.
So much lore, and I don't understand anything from the main storyline. Like literally nothing, and I can't find any source other than the wiki to learn about these things. Maybe I'm being like dumb about it, and I
No,
don't
you're
understand
not.
where to search.
You're not being dumb about it. It's a problem. You need to like order books and you need to go on the wiki and you need
Yeah.
to watch a YouTube lore explanation.
And that's the problem. At the time while I was making this video, I didn't know that. I thought maybe I'm missing something within the game. And after I made this video, people just told me like, no, you're not missing anything. It's all outsourced and you're kind of screwed. You can't find anything within the game.
You can piece
I know that
together
now.
pieces of the Sylvari lore, which I was very proud of being able to do just based on in-game prompts and little hints that the game gives you if you walk around and you start like paying attention to things. But you cannot learn everything about Guild Wars 2 by just playing the game. There are chunks you will miss.
Yeah, this is really bad.
But I can't find any information. I want to know who the Dormant Priory is. Ooh,
Wait, hold on. If you did skydiving, the USA will confuse you for
Dude,
a
why
Chinese
did you
weather
pause
balloon and
this
shoot you
video
down.
like
No, they
that?
wouldn't.
Look at my face.
Balloons go up. I just go down. You all.
Look at-
I'm so fat. I change gravity.
Dude, that's crazy.
You were all living.
I look like an actual idiot. Look at that pause. This is a top tier play.
At 9.81 meters per second. I was living at 18.2
That's
meters
my
per
resting
second.
face.
all of these stuff are like the Lion's Guard. You have so many elements inside of the game, and these are just like a few examples. Don't bother writing in the comments what they actually are. There's so many things for me to learn that I can't find inside of the game, and that frustrates me. Like, give me a book, give me something, but no, like I don't get anything.
that geographically shaped gamer dome of yours.
But if I really think about it, it boils down to this. In a game
Nice
like
gamer,
World of
then fix it.
Warcraft, vanilla, not the modern Rebomination, you care because you get to learn about the wider world and your place in it while
That's a good one,
questing.
Gluck.
There's a reason, one that you
Absolutely.
get to discover firsthand, why Stitches is roaming Duskwood. There's a deeper lore explanation
made him.
behind why Mancrick's wife faked her death so she could run off with her Tauren lover. And that's exactly why no player in the Barrens has ever found her body.
But if you look at Guild Wars 2, your character isn't so much a piece of the world as a placeholder for all the events that are happening around them. Most of the
Yes.
time, it feels like you're listening to some pre-recorded message that's been strapped to a mannequin. And once you're somewhere else, then off-screen,
Yeah.
they go and do something stupid that you have to come in and solve.
Look, I get it.
That happens so many times in the core gameplay experience.
Yeah, literally all
Oh,
the
this
time.
person got captured. Now go save them.
His
Oh,
name
this
is
person
Fed Fella.
disappeared. Now you got to go find them. Oh, this person was doing a thing, but something bad happened. Now it's your
Yeah.
responsibility to.
This person got captured. This person got, I don't know, kidnapped. This person just went into oblivion and you gotta rescue them. It was so annoying because it just got tired all too quickly. It's just really frustrating. The main storyline isn't that good. It's really not.
Resolve the issue.
And the fact that they gassed up Zaitan to be like this insane final boss and he ended up being like a wet fart, according to what he said. I'm still have to experience it myself, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, it just sucks, man. It's frustrating.
I think this is one of the reasons that characters like Forgul or
Yeah,
like
they were cool.
God, what's
Forgul
the
was great.
Char? I forgot the Char's name. Can't believe
Yeah,
I'm forgetting his
everyone
name
did.
now, right now. I'm fucking brain farting so hard right now. Those characters felt so impactful. Tybalt, that's it. Tybalt, yes, there you go, Tybalt. Ritlock too, but more Tybalt. Those characters felt so impactful because you went through the story with them.
Yeah.
They were there all the time. You were there
I'm about
from
to
the
say it in a
start.
video, so I'm not saying it now. You guys can hear
You
it.
got to see things progress as opposed to coming in and solving problems later. By the way, Forgul and Tybalt's death in the Battle for Lion's Arch was so fucking stupid. It held no reason for them to die. It was so dumb as fuck.
True.
Guild Wars 2 is touted as the everything.
Actual
and there
fact.
is everything in this game. I've seen so much cool shit, but got
Yeah,
to
this mount
experience
is
none of
insane.
it firsthand yet. And you learn next to nothing about that from the in-game world itself while you're leveling up. Maybe it's because the leveling experience is just old and outdated at this point, but then I would argue that instead of an extra expansion, they should probably be working on a better revamp of this section of the story.
And I still feel that way.
100%, 100%. A good base game is the right decision for every MMO because nobody's gonna continue to the expansions if they don't understand what the hell is going on in the base version. Especially where the base version is actually free, most players won't be incentivized to continue if they don't feel connected to the game.
Because I
Exactly.
promise you,
Which is exactly what happened to Sawman. I can't be mad at Sawman for deciding he didn't get it. I understand. I know why he didn't.
Is that a
get it,
person who played the game?
because that's exactly how he felt.
I would slam dunk an Asura baby face first into a trash can without a moment's hesitation if it meant that I got to experience the roller beetle
I would have done so for free.
racing while I was leveling
Fair.
up. This game has a ton of variety.
I like that.
I can see that from a mile
I
away.
would've.
I just can't
me.
experience any of it
There are 2 reasons on screen right now to play Guild Wars 2.
because
Yeah.
I'm not level 80 yet. And that's a real shame, especially for new players when you think about it.
So far, the leveling consists of completing
fashion and the
allocated
fact that you
story
can kill
rations,
Ashura
and then
in
just
PvP.
getting right back to explosively
2
shredding
reasons.
out levels until you hit the next decade bracket
Dude.
for more mediocre story quests that have you do the same thing with some forgettable dialogue sprinkled in. And the
And I also heard, on that note, that most of the story is in the dungeons. And the game doesn't
Yes.
even tell you to do dungeons.
It's not that most of the story is in the dungeons. It's
the
that
good
the
part.
best parts of the
Yeah.
core gameplay experience are in the dungeons.
Yeah, people have told me that after I made this video. People have told me. That's why I'm gonna go back and do all the dungeons. Well, go back. I'm still in the world of Tyria, exploring everything. So yeah, I'm gonna do all the dungeons.
The reason you start to feel attached to characters like Ritlock is you run the dungeons. And they start to feel significant to the world. But the fact that you can just fucking skip them means
It's
that if
stupid.
someone is maining one character from one race, they are gonna miss chunks of why the other characters are important.
Yep. 100%. It's really, you kind of just glance over them. Now, I'm gonna do dungeons on my own accord, right? Because I heard the story was good and I want to connect myself with the world.
Okay. If you're gonna do dungeons on your own accord, what I need you to do is I need you to snort at least 4 lines of cocaine
Okay.
and get
I'll
ready
do
to
that.
just fucking run.
Damn.
You gotta be watching the cutscenes on YouTube later.
Yeah, everyone's skipping them. So naturally, I'm just gonna do it. But the fact that the game doesn't really tell you anything about that, and dungeons are not mandatory, they're actually on the contrary, they're actually... And by the way, people were mad at me for saying that. I know they sent you letters. I don't care, okay? Like, do it mandatory. I don't care about a letter in the mail. It doesn't affect me. Not only they're not mandatory, they're not really supposed to be doable, right? You're not supposed to do them. I mean, that's what I was trying to say. My English kind of...
You are supposed to do them, but the game gives you no incentive to go out of your way to do them.
suck balls there. You're not supposed to do them. It's outdated mechanic. As far as I understood from you guys, maybe I'm wrong about that. And that's unfortunate because I heard the story was insanely good. So maybe just make them mandatory and make them soloable.
The only reason Guild Wars 2 can get away with this is probably because of how
had
fluid
no
the
opinion
combat
about
feels
that.
and how
Interesting.
good the low poly world still
I thought he
looks
would have
even
agreed.
to this day. It's
Yeah.
no exaggeration
It's
when
incredible.
I say that nothing interesting or
It's so funny to hear that people like clown on the graphics of this game. I think this...
Oh boy. Oh boy, we just heard a guy clowning on the fucking graphics.
Bro, I watched the same video before you have. I already made it. My crown jewel. This video was so great. By the way, if you haven't watched it, please do. It's on my main channel. Basically, a New World player just completely dunked on this game after 1 hour of game time, and I just clowned on him. It was one of the most fun videos I've ever made, and it was so successful, and you guys loved it so much. I was so... Like, I tried so hard to find a video similar to this, but in reality, I just couldn't, because it was a mythical YouTube algorithm pull. When I found this video, it had 200 views, I think, something like that. And I was like, okay, I gotta check it out. I gotta see if it's, like, viable. I watched the first minute, and I knew that shit is going to be fire. And boy, was I right. It was so good. I really wish YouTube would bless me again and find me these clowns who make these type of videos. It's so hilarious. It's just hilarious.
Oh man. I'm gonna be honest.
I think someone in his chat is going to tell him that I watched
think
that.
his take was dog shit because he played the game for an hour. He didn't actually look around the world.
Yeah, he's talking about the same guy, obviously. I watched that
But
video.
I still understand that a new player who doesn't play MMOs, who knows nothing about MMOs, a new world player, is going to come into the game and just be like, oh, but why doesn't it look like New World? Exactly
it's
like he
insane.
did.
This game looks he was unhinged. Like, this dude was off his rocker, but it was so hilarious. And by the way, if you go right now and watch his comment section, he's still responding to comments in the worst way possible. It was so fun. I thought about doing a follow-up video, but I don't want to be like too oppressive on him, so I'm just gonna let him chill. I'm gonna let him slide. If he makes one more videos like this, I'm 100% like going to watch it. No matter which game he's going to clown on, I'm watching it, dude. It's gonna be hilarious.
But maybe it's because I'm a WoW classic, Andy. And
I
don't
keep
really
this
care.
guy in mind. I always check his channel.
Story-wise or mechanics-wise between the levels 20 and 30 story brackets. All you do is play tower defense that you don't even need to be present for, track down some legendary sword that...
By the way, on my second account, I ran through the core gameplay experience 8 separate times.
Damn.
8. That one tower defense section where you got a bunch of people that are standing there and there are people coming through that gate, the broken gate. Every single time that section started, I got up and I went downstairs for about 20 minutes. I spent time with my wife. I went and got a cup of coffee. I ate a meal and then I came back. And every single time, that quest was completed.
Wow.
What was I doing there?
that you will get to use for
Fantastic.
exactly one
Oh,
mission.
that
All in
sword,
order to
dude.
kill a-
I asked if you can obtain it, and so many people have told me, like, yeah, you
can.
can do it. And man,
That's a different legendary sword to the one you were talking about before. The one before
Dude.
you were talking about was known as Salad Bowl that gets stolen by
yeah,
Traherne.
It's so crazy. I always confuse the swords, and everyone telling me, like, no, like, recently, I watched a sword named Sunrise, and I was like, oh, that's Sunrise, right? I know, and everyone like, no, that's Midnight. It's like Sunrise, but it's not. Okay, dude, you know what? I'm over it at this point. I thought I recognized something, but apparently I wasn't.
Because he's like, Mom said it's my turn on the legendary sword. He then proceeds to put it on his back and do fucking paperwork until he dies in Heart of Thorns. Spoilers.
Wait, what?
good to know.
Dude, you
100.
fucker. Oh my god. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Are you kidding me? Okay, I did not expect that. Jesus, man, that sucks balls.
Percent gonna acquire it. I don't know how.
Oh,
I heard
man.
it was
I
difficult,
haven't
but
gotten
yeah, I'm
into
gonna
the
do it.
expansions
That sword
yet.
is temporary for a few quests, though.
Lich, who named himself after the first car that cut him off on the freeway one day on his way home. You do, however, get to learn how much better looking the human capital city is in comparison to our own original.
I wonder if he's
fertilized
gonna
hood.
agree with me on this one.
Actual civilization.
I have a pretty, like, I don't want to say based about myself, but I have a pretty nasty take here. I want to see if he agrees with me.
No, to keep all the
It's my favorite city. The human city is my favorite city. It's so fucking peak.
Okay, I think he's going to agree
It's
with me.
so well
Based on that,
designed.
he's going to
It's
agree with me.
exceptional.
poor people over in their own segment of the city.
Let's see.
So that no one
Thank
else can
God.
smell them or care about their problems.
Thank God.
Just like
They
in
know.
real life. Look, something is obviously missing from my experience here.
And I also said about the city where
Let's see.
No, where I said that it was way better than Stormwind, which is something that was very difficult for me to say because I'm not an Alliance player, I'm a Horde player, but you know, Orgrimmar looks like just a bunch of hut glued together, so it doesn't really count. Like Stormwind is the go-to place if you want to have the best WoW experience ever. Like the music.
You know you'd be bitching about Traherne even more if he was actually doing things. I actually wouldn't.
Oh, damn, he's talking about something else. Gee, I really want to
Because
see
at
if he
least he
agrees
would
with
have
you
done
now.
something. Aside from
But he is
getting
streaming.
trapped in your
I
dad's
get it.
foreskin if you play a Sylvari.
I get it.
The atmosphere, the vibes, the people. But yeah, you know, it was the goated place back in the day. And to see Guild Wars 2 had managed to top that off, it's
Yes.
crazy to me.
Okay,
just
it
was
agrees.
peak.
It completely blew my mind when I came back into the game because I didn't remember it to be this good.
Has to be something that I am missing that kept people interested enough
Interesting.
that they got to level
Okay.
80 and out of this mid-range no man's land. And I think I know what it is.
It has to be the dungeon experience. People
Okay.
obviously get through this lull in the story because the dungeons must just be that good when leveling up. Now, I might have a bit of error message PTSD from my very first character trying out a dungeon, but it's just about time I conquered my past failures and do the one thing that no MMO player ever wants to do, and be social. Stick with me here.
Guys, the reinforcement armor anvil, does it do anything?
It does.
I didn't get
You
the thing.
told
I
me.
clicked on
It
it.
does. It gives you
I
an
think it
HP
gives
buff.
you a boon. Doesn't it? I can't remember. It's been too long.
People told me
feel
it
like
gives you an
changed me
HP
as a
buff.
person. I don't know what it did. I really don't.
It's
Can you
just a
explain?
It's a
temp buff.
remnant of an old
what's it supposed to
system.
If I
Maybe
remember
this whole
correctly.
time I've been
Small
playing
buff,
genital
yeah.
warts.
Okay, I'm gonna say something here. I want to see if he actually played the game. That was something I was looking for because I was a huge Rainbow Six player back in the day. So I want to see what he says about that
maybe
big thing.
I've been eating.
Dude, fuck Blackbeard. He was such an oppressive character. If you haven't played Rainbow back in the day when he came out, Jesus,
No
man,
idea who that
it's
is.
insane. Like what? You used the meme without knowing who Blackbeard is? Jesus. Okay, man. Wow. I thought he played Rainbow. Okay, that's crazy. So why did you use the meme? Well, I guess you just find memes. Okay, whatever. You don't need to know all about them. Damn. Okay, it kind of sucks. I did expect him to know who's Blackbeard Rod. By the way, if you were a Rainbow player, you know how fucking oppressive that douche was. Jesus, man, you couldn't fight him. You knew that once a window opened up, you're deceased. You had to hide or throw a grenade or you just like die. That's it. Literally had a steel.
Give us some goddamn context. Put your chat on screen. I can't see what the fuck you're talking about when you say fuck Blackbeard. Well, otherwise I must
I don't have a chat, brother. I do videos. I don't do streams.
something there. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Fucking wall in front of his face, and you couldn't headshot him. And he peeked through window. It just shot player. It's an FPS thing. You know what? It just let it go. But if you know, you know.
In the box, the Pop-Tarts came
Navy
in, and
fucking
not the
seal, dude.
Pop-Tarts
Annihilated
themselves.
me.
Maybe just like how The Witcher 3 is just an extra.
Yeah, he didn't
folding
understand.
skin
He didn't get it. Damn, that actually makes me kind of sad. I thought he knew what the meme is about. Okay, it's fine. It is what it is. I'm gonna let this one breeze through.
that hides the cheesy center that is the card game.
I thought he
beneath
played
it.
Rainbow
the Guild
Six.
Wars 2 world is nothing more than an excuse for amazing instanced content. So step 1 is form a group.
Damn,
Easy
this
enough
was
when
fun.
you're not socially retarded. So I roped
Okay, someone in his chat told him. Maybe he'll pay attention.
someone else into
He
doing
knows.
that for me.
And then
It
once
is
that's
Bella.
done, step 2
Yeah,
is
everyone is telling him in the chat. His entire chat is actually playing Rainbow Six. They know.
and will you look at that? It's already over.
Guild Wars 2 dungeons would probably be a fun experience if not done with a group of coked out speed freaks who play this game like their mom just told them to get off the PC 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
This is so fucking big of a problem when it comes to the dungeons, and because it's outdated content, no one's waiting.
Yeah.
Again, I jumped into these dungeons and I was like, hey, I'm a new player, I really want to see the cutscenes. And the response I gotten was watch faster.
I've done one dungeon and we just blazed through it, and everyone clowned on me for just not skipping through
Yep,
the
there you
cutscene
go.
because I wanted to hear the
There you
lore,
go.
which I understand to a absolutely. certain degree. By the way, someone in his chat told him that I talked about Blackbeard off topic. Bro, he literally used the meme. How am I doing this off topic? Are you kidding me? What is off topic about that? But okay, I'm gonna let it slide. Okay, that's it. I'm stopping it. I'm just a little bit salty, but I'm stopping. I love Rainbow so much. I used to back in the day. I played it so much. You just feel a purpose. Sorry guys, it's over. Rant over.
Yep.
It is what it is. I'm gonna still do the dungeons. I'm probably gonna do them solo.
Ago. But that's who you are going to be running these
Good luck doing them solo. I think it's doable if you're max level. I'm not sure if they're doable if you're at the appropriate level for them.
dungeons with in 2024. Because the simple fact is that Grandpa's World 2
Yeah, then I probably will have to find people to do it with, but at the same time, everyone just blazes through it, man, and I feel bad watching the cutscenes. I hope they wouldn't mind. I'll just tell them before we start the dungeon, if that's fine with them.
probably older than most people on the internet these days. And that means 99% of the people you're running dungeons with are long-time veteran players. And
Yep.
they
Use a his and build. Problem is I take showers every now and then.
Ah,
treat
That's not
dungeons
good.
the
You
way
can't
a
do that.
sweet
So I'm not
baby
sure they
employee
work.
treats public relations. They destroy that shit in record time. And I'm
do
pretty
not
sure
care.
I was still watching the dungeon intro cutscene by the time these guys had downed the first boss.
And the worst part
Crazy.
was the story
crazy how we had the exact same experience. Like, literally the same, but I guess this is just a new player experience. It is what it is, man.
that was attached to this.
So obviously you had the same experience. This is also why I got accused of copying Preacher's videos, despite the fact that I'd never watched Preacher's videos or anyone else's content specifically, so I didn't ruin the experience. We all had the same experience going through this. We all saw the same problems.
Little piece of content in the dungeon was actually more interesting than the MSQ itself.
What I managed to pick up in the brief moments of cutscene that I did get away with not skipping was that it all revolved around convincing a Ghost King that no matter how hard he tries, wishes don't always come true because he's still dead, and as such,
The
his
animations
body
are
and
so
earthly
good for
possessions
this,
are
like
now
the
nothing
cutscenes.
more than a chew toy to the descendants of the feral cats who helped kill him a while back.
And I couldn't even take the time to enjoy it because if I did,
Yeah.
I would have missed out on all of the combat.
I really wanna do a
happening
dungeon
around
right
me.
now.
Now, I'm
It's
pretty
actually
sure that
crazy.
in the past, these dungeons were a pretty solid piece of content, but right here,
So I heard.
right now, they're just not. So that, unfortunately, rules out sprinting through dungeons as any kind of significant leveling experience in 2024.
Which means that we're back to doing hard quests, and like I said in episode 1, they aren't bad, but they're not good either. And that only leaves me with one objectively high tier 10 out of 10 thing to do between getting a new batch of mediocre story quests, and that's the dynamic events. So that's exactly what I default to doing whenever possible. Eventually,
The dynamic events are so much fucking fun. I think that needs to be like the future standard for quests
I
in
said it.
MMOs.
I said it too.
Moving
I said
forward,
it in a previous video.
Seeing the world change around you was so fucking peak.
Yeah.
Getting to watch areas change without all this weird fucking layering shit that Blizzard keeps on doing, or at least not to the degree that they do it. It is so amazing.
True.
I
is right.
I still sometimes go on my second account, go back to the core gameplay experience, and run through some of the dynamic events just because I want to see what happened.
I lose myself in the experience, as I always do, and forget that I've already gone a little past the bare minimum requirement of level
The dynamic events in this game are so good. I really wish more MMO would start like implementing these. It's such a great system. It's phenomenal.
40.
You know what? I needed this break from the MSQ just to take in the world and just enjoy how gorgeous everything is, even if it is this old. I mean, it's just so beautiful.
You still see these to this day. There's these weird groups of bots
Yeah.
just running these things.
It's not as bad as World of Warcraft though, so if you came from WoW like I have, you don't care about that at all. Like in WoW, that's all you see.
By my chat that this is the point where things at least start to get better story-wise. We've apparently now made it over the wall that turns most new players away from the game, and I'm already more than halfway to level 80. Now, being level 43 and less medicated than usual, I'm beginning to feel...
For someone who makes the grindest builds, his and is the shittest dude ever, he will laze around and be happy. Yeah, of course, because he's fucking your wife.
the power of my vegan
He got that
heritage
frustration out.
taking root within me. The voices in my head and the magic letter in my mail system keep telling me to throw an arch in
Dude,
that.
I hate that mail system. God forgive me. Like, okay, I don't like it.
I do.
It feels so weird where you are the hero that everyone constantly glazes, and you get personal letters from Logan Thackeray and all of these important figures.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's just weird. I'm not a fan of it at all. I really wish they wouldn't do that. And I mean, it is cute that you get a letter whenever you want. You always think
right.
about that. Yes! God damn
I
it!
will say
Yes!
the
I
mails-
knew it! I knew this bald man would agree with me. Fucking bass, dude. Holy shit. Thank you. Thank you. A voice of reason in a world of craziness. Guys, you have clowned on me so much for saying that. Jesus. And I get that you like the game, but you need to realize when someone comes from a different MMO background, they can bring you a different perspective. You need to understand that Guild Wars 2 is a very good game and it's a very fun game. There's a reason for why I keep playing it for so many hours. But it's not perfect. Getting letters from important lore figures isn't good. It feels really weird. It's what ruined World of Warcraft, and it's off. It's just off-putting.
System does feel like it
I'm
takes
sorry
you
if
out
you
of
like
the
it.
experience.
That's just how I feel.
It's like a de-immersion factor.
Yeah.
Something about it. And the fact that you have to open up a tab and you have to click on it, it removes you from the experience getting these letters.
Dude,
It's
preach.
even weirder
Say it. Say it
when
louder.
the character directly in front of you hands you a letter that you have to read before moving
Damn.
forward. That's even fucking stranger.
Crazy. Finally.
I understand this is a minor gripe, but for the quality of everything else in Guild Wars 2, something feels just off about it.
Yeah. 100% allocation from, I'm going to expand on that. Explorer thing, like the Explorer Guild, whatever. I forgot the name. It is kind of cool because it makes sense within the confines of the story. But whenever you get like personal letters and stuff, it just feels a little bit odd. I'm not a huge fan of that.
That shit and head to a place with a lion. So that's exactly
Kind of reminds me of how Thrall and Jaina constantly simps for you in current retail
Yes.
WoW. I was never a huge
That's really fucking annoying, especially when you know every single character is going through the same thing and you're some super massive, ultra important person, apparently.
Exactly.
It's kind of annoying.
Just like the other guy next to you. Huge fan of that.
what
We're
I
all
do.
special. Look at that, brother.
It's beautiful.
Guild Wars
Lion's
2
Arch
music
is
is
amazing.
insanely good.
Absolutely fantastic.
It's
yes.
insanely good.
Lion's Arch, the diverse melting pot city of Tyria, where all the many races of the world get together to buy stuff off of the trading post before fucking off right back home to their own home city.
Let's get back to the story that
Actually, I feel like Lion's Arch is a pretty great hub. I always see it
Don't take that seriously. That was a joke. That was just a meme.
filled with people
Dude,
and
come
filled
on.
with
It
life,
sounded
and a lot of people
serious.
talking with each other, but maybe it just has been my experience.
That was just a
But,
meme.
Yeah, I mean, Lion's Arch
Okay,
is a
fair
huge
enough.
W for
Fair
Generals,
enough.
too.
I thought he
enjoy
was
being
being
there every
serious.
single time.
has apparently started to get interesting. We
Not
meet
more
up
than
with our
Divinity's Reach,
Alabama
though.
plant sister and a bunch of other characters I don't care about. Apparently, they were all a big deal once upon a time, but then one of them started dating Yoko Ono or something. I'm sure it's not important. Now, don't interrupt me. I should be focusing on the story, since apparently it's super interesting right about now.
Welcome,
Fucking
fellow
Logan.
members of Destiny's Edge. We must speak of the
I think I've been lied to. This is no better than any of the story at levels 20 or 30. Maybe my Twitch chat was just trolling me. I just don't see why any of this is
Holy
any better
fuck,
than...
I'm fat.
God damn! Right,
There it is.
never mind.
There it
Here's
is.
the right segment.
And that's when it started. That's when it started. You're not a man until you've climbed a mountain.
Women.
The passion for
Shame on
Northern
you.
women.
Shame
He
on
knows.
you. Well,
He understands now.
Shame on us.
I see exactly why people enjoy the leveling experience of Guild Wars 2.
Why is the shit in black and white? It's because gaming went through this entire period where everything had to have the piss filter over it. That's why.
Finally, I understand the Guild Wars 2 story.
right.
It all makes sense now. I get why this is a 10 out of 10 experience. There's nothing quite like the presence of an 8'6", 300.
Okay, please tell me he understands the usage of JoJo memes, because I gave him credit for that, and I really hope he understands JoJo, because it's my favorite anime of all times. I literally have like the figurines here. So some of them Jujutsu Kaisen, because it's my second favorite anime of all times. But never mind that. Like, I'm a huge JoJo fan at heart. And, you know, at soul. God, dude, JoJo is my favorite anime of all times, and nothing else comes even close. I don't think you get it. I don't think you get
I'm
it.
gonna be honest with you. JoJo is the most latently homosexual anime I've ever seen.
Bruh, I mean, that's kind of the point. It's, dude, you gotta tell me you like it.
And I only watched JoJo after I made this meme. I just knew the meme from the unzips
Okay.
dick thing.
Okay, fine.
God damn, those guys are gay for each other.
I'll forgive
I
this
will
one.
always laugh.
Well, most likely.
Pound mega mommy who
Bucciarati is
doesn't quite
goated, dude.
understand how pants work to make gamers pay attention. Now, sadly, this is just a tease
It's high
for the
fashion,
future, and the
yeah.
game
Even
gets us
people in
back on
chat
track
are
rather
telling him.
quickly and away from
Like, that's not gay, dude. Like, why do you call it gay? Shame on you. Shame on you. It's the manliest thing ever. Dude, I love JoJo so much. It's crazy. Like, literally, behind me, here. Always watching, always looking at you.
Milk Truck Supreme.
Be careful.
Yeah, they have to give you a taste of the good stuff before sending you to do the bad shit that nobody cares about, right? Because they want you to...
And they could have just cut out the bad shit and given us more good shit.
Of course they
give you the
could.
tiny
But they need some sort of bloat so it doesn't seem like an empty world.
glimpse of hope for the future just to take it away in an instant. But
Yes.
you know what? That
Every
hope
time.
keeps you playing until you actually hit the good parts.
Up with a house cat who tells us about the order they formed to keep the world safe from the different flavors of flying gecko. And that's exactly why they immediately send me out on a quest to play high-stakes veterinarian and put down a bunch of local strays instead of fighting dragons. But by chance, I am also introduced to a very special character.
God, I
This
love
is
this
an
character.
important moment, because this is the second time that I get to meet a character in this game that is actually somewhat memorable.
See, Foreskin right here single-handedly carries the mid-level
I think he's
story
going to
brackets
like my
on
take
his
here.
back from here on out. Maybe it's the
does.
voice acting or the fact that he doesn't immediately evaporate.
The voice actor was so good. The fact that he stays with you the whole way, though. The fact that he doesn't treat you like you're a god who's untouchable.
he's gonna
that
like my take.
He's basically,
Wait for
you're
it.
my bitch while
Wait
we're
for
doing
it.
this quest. You listen to me, you
Wait for it.
motherfucker.
Trust me.
After one quest, but for some reason, this character
was so
stands
good.
out amongst the blur of unmemorable garbage I've had to put up.
Because he doesn't constantly glaze you and he actually treats you like a piece of
Yes!
shit.
Yeah, I
And you
knew
finally
it!
say,
Oh my god, he gets it. Yes.
I knew it, dude. I knew it.
Oh, thank God.
So
God
obvious.
damn it. God damn it, General Apple. Stop giving me W's. Take at least a few L's, motherfucker.
I'm not
I
just
cannot.
crazy.
Leave some
Okay,
for the rest
finally,
of us.
I'm just
Nah, that's just me, brother.
I'm doing my thing, acting as a squire for this ginormous dude who slays
Also,
everyone.
thanks
in
for
his
the
path.
follow,
And
Expired
that's
GG.
really cool. A lot of people love that.
Was
Yes.
at this point. The only thing ruining this experience
Easy
is that
peasy.
every now and then we're still sent out on another Scooby-Doo mystery machine mission to solve more small world problems that I don't exactly care about. Again, aside from Old Man for Honor, the rest of the story is a blur, but basically, I've been sent out to save the diplomatic relations between the humans and the house cats before a rogue faction of disaffected terrorist felines who just so happen to dwell in caves and live in a desert get away with magical 9/11. Others not.
That is 100% accurate to the lore, by the way.
Not much wrong with this part of the story as there was with previous parts. The whole idea is getting two great nations to cooperate with one another against Tyria's current greatest threat. So at least things are somewhat beginning to be tied into the idea of fighting with the big zombie sky iguana threatening to kill us all.
But I've got just one question for the lore-designing crackpipe king over at NCSoft who designed this Willy Wonka in a warehouse storyline.
Smart
in the
man.
fresh Kentucky Fried Fuck would two great and powerful nations decide that they're going to hold their peace talks in the middle of a forest where no one can call for backup and no one can hear?
I heard so many excuses from people in the comment section telling me about this and how it's the perfect thing ever and the best solution. It's crazy. I don't even want to get into that. I think he's going to. He paused the
I've
video.
heard so many people make excuses for why we're in the back alley woods camping.
Exactly.
But it is so fucking stupid.
Dude.
Wow, guys, let's have the most important peace talks in the most vulnerable place ever.
True.
It still pisses me off that this happened.
It's crazy. Maybe it's because we are two like dog shit WoW players, so we say the same thing. But it's just funny to see, man. We kind of think the same. Well, not kind of. We like 90% think the same.
You scream. You would think that for peace talks
He's right.
that are
He
this
has a point.
important, it would be some UN level shit
is right.
where everyone is meeting in some grand
I just didn't
council
want to get
chamber
into it.
on neutral
I knew
ground.
everyone was
But
going
no,
to hate
instead,
me.
We're out here in random forest number 87, just asking.
I didn't bother
to be
even.
Absolutely You know what? I'm just being hypercritical here, and I probably just need to stop drilling so hard down on the story and take a little break, clear my head, gain
I actually had this thought when I kept on bitching about small parts of the story.
some
I
perspective.
appreciate it.
I mean, on the bright side, after all that effort, I am finally at a stage in the game where I can do at least some things outside of quests and thinking about defenestrating myself whenever I'm handed a task that doesn't have to do with slaying dragons.
So I might as well while I still can. And as a second note, I just realized that I'm out here ruining my own experience of this MMO, and it's not the MMO's fault. I've become so enamored with the lackluster story in this game that I completely
I'm gonna make a
forgot
comment
that
about
you
his
are
fans.
supposed to play an MMO.
Let's see how he
to
reacts
have
to that.
fun. And because you don't have friends in real life.
So it's time I slowed down a little, took a deep breath, and took in the
But it's also, oh man, I had to pause on that. But it's also the game's fault for not giving you a good MSQ.
This was one of the very first times, by the way, that I saw the cosplay, the Fashion Wars experience, and I was like, holy shit.
It's good.
Now I get it. Now I understand why there are so many women who play this game. Because for dudes, it's raids. For women, it's Barbie.
True. True and untrue at the same time, because I'm a huge Fashion Souls player, you know, because I played every Souls-like game under the sun. That being said, for me, it's more about the weapons than the, you know, armor itself. So whenever I see a weapon like Sunrise and all that stuff, and Traherne weapon, and I actually saw a weapon, I forgot the name, it was so goddamn sick. I saw one hammer, which was insane, and I think one greatsword, which was crazy. I can't believe I forgot the name. It had like an insane pattern. It wasn't Sunrise or Midnight, obviously. It was completely different. It was so good. It was so good. I forgot the name. I can't believe it. It was so good. That is the game's fault. It's not an MMO player thing. You deserve a good story.
That's
Especially
just basic bitch exotic gear. Well, it looks fantastic.
True.
I wish basic bitches in our world would walk around in exotic gear.
damn.
How come I go to the
Respectable take.
local fucking pharmacy and all I'm seeing is fat people dragging themselves through the door and they look like a creature that was fucking... It looks like they came from the living dead.
You should go to the post office. That's gonna be a hoot. You trust
There's
me.
none
You,
of
you,
these
don't
out
you
there.
have no idea who is lurking there.
And
Gollum
I've
looking
got
acid.
one. I caught one. I trapped her. I emotionally ground her down and married her. I'm not gonna let her outside. Someone else might see her.
Damn.
I'll keep her in the shed.
He's one of the lucky
You
ones.
pay for a video game, right? If this was free to play, then nobody would have cared. But whenever you pay for something, you expect a good storyline, and unfortunately, the game didn't deliver on that. It delivered on that later, sure, but the base version of the game isn't up to par.
sheer majesty.
And someone in the fucking comments told me that the base game is free. Brother, was it free when the game came out? I want to hear you say that. Like, please do. Please do.
Of an unattended 12-year-old
Smart
MMO.
asses.
But all the other stuff are good. Yeah, all the other stuff are good, but whenever the main thing, which is supposed to be a story that immerses you, isn't that great, people are not gonna really care about all the other stuff. That's the problem.
You know, MMORPG players are heavily invested into the lore, even though nowadays I think that less the case.
I think most MMORPG nerds have been trained to not care about the lore because they realize how perennial their games have become.
Yeah.
This game's not going to be here in 2 years. This game's not going to be here in 4 years. This game's done. Oh, they promised they were going to support it for 10 years.
Or the story isn't that good. You know, it's sometimes it's the most basic of things, right? I don't know why I spoke like an idiot here, but sometimes it's just the most basic things that, you know, they just explain why the game is trash and why the story is bad. You know, look at current Blizzard writing. They have the money. They just don't have the manpower.
And it lasted 6 and now they're shutting it down.
And it's all because it's going up.
We've been
all
trained
the money
to
flows
not
up.
give a fuck about the lore.
Yeah.
And when we care about the
And the reason we have been trained to do so is because all of these companies want to cut costs. And they want to cut corners. That's why. And it's the same things for mechanics and all of that stuff. And so many features that I can name endlessly that were being cut slowly. They were being shredded. And we didn't say anything. And it's just our fault. Because we haven't spoke against it.
lore, it is 5 steps away from being royally fucked up. Sylvanas. Sorry, I had something disgusting stuck in my throat.
I get that.
Players have changed, but at the time
You don't
when
like
Guild
the
Wars 2
Queen.
came out, which was I think,
Shame on you.
2012, people still cared much about the lore, and that is
Yes.
important. Nowadays, it's different. So
Bro, remember when Sylvanas fought in a Magura against like Sarfang, and she went like, "You are nothing!" out of nowhere? It was so cringe, bro. It was such a cringe ass fight, and she used magic, that bitch. God damn it, dude. I hate that fight so much, but it looked so goddamn good. And the clinging part at the end where they, you know, entered, like Thrall carried his body and they went in. Damn, that was good. Okay, this part was good. But the entire scene was so cringe.
I would probably argue with anyone saying that the story doesn't really matter anymore, even though I think it's false. I think story.
But it should. Being a lore nerd is so much fun.
True.
I know too
I know
much,
because I'm one.
way too much about Warhammer. I know way too much about
Damn.
D&D.
I
I know
envy you.
way too much about the
I recently started getting into Warhammer lore. I literally just dipped my toes at the most basic of things, just the, you know, usual, most literally basic things about every faction. Goddamn, that's deep. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, Necron's lore is insane. Absolutely baffling. Now, my most favorite faction, as of now, I just started. Wow.
old WoW lore. I know way too much about StarCraft lore.
You know I love
way
them.
too fucking much about in-game lore from different universes that I've interacted with because I fucking love it.
Same.
Nothing feels as good as a coherent story.
True.
Really, really powerful.
And it actually what made World of Warcraft so great, because people coming in from Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3 were so enamored by how good the world looked in third person. It was insane. Going through the Undercity after all the shit that happens, that was insane. And you can see, and you could actually hear, you can stand on the throne, and if you're being extremely quiet and you turn on ambience to 100, you can hear the entire scene of Arthas murdering his father all over again. Yeah, it was so good. It was so good.
Powerful, and it can add a lot of meaning into the game and add deeper connection.
Maybe I'll talk to a few NPCs, look a little more into the world building.
I don't know if they added it, by the way, because I never played vanilla World of Warcraft. I played the classic version when it first came out. But yeah, it was so good.
Figure out what
Just generally speaking, seeing everything in 3D was a third person was crazy.
visual narratives Guild Wars 2
That's so true. Interesting shit in the wiki that should have been in the game. 100%.
Yes.
100%. I really wish there was more lore inside of the game. I really wish. It kind of made me want to go play Guild Wars 1 just so I can understand what happened. I think it was like, what, you told me 500 years ago or something like that. I really want to know what happened. It kind of sucks that I can't, and I need to go to the wiki to discover all of this stuff.
Yeah, or you need to go watch a 7-hour-long Guild Wars 2 video where they've compiled all the things and
That's
there's
it.
some narrator like fucking Vati Vidya does with Dark Souls. That's the
I love this guy though. I mean, I watched all the Dark Souls video. And to be fair, Dark Souls lore is inside of the game. It's just that you need to make so many connections. It's like, usually you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots. In Dark Souls, it's like 1,000,000 dots and they all randomly ordered. You can find a piece of the story before you find the story that preceded it. So that precedes it, sorry. It's crazy, right? Like, even the pacing isn't on theme. So it's extremely difficult, and you need someone to connect all the dots for you. But still, the lore for Dark Souls is the best thing in the entire world.
The kind of shit you need to understand what the fuck's going on, unfortunately. Wooden Potatoes, there you go, that's his name. I was thinking of Vati video. But yeah, Wooden Potatoes, exactly. You know it's cooked because they made a text-to-voice mod for WoW quests. Reading, and then they added a fucking skip button. Yes, because people no longer give a fuck when they should.
Damn. It sucks. Yeah, it sucks. It really takes you out of the experience. And don't tell me, oh, you can type /wiki inside of the game. And dude, I don't want external sites, okay? This is...
Yeah, you want to know something about what you just said about how WoW should have ended at Wrath? I agree with you. And think about how good...
Interesting. I don't think so. Let's hear what he has to say.
Because it had a beginning, a middle, and an end. Think about how good Warcraft 2 was, because it had a beginning, a middle, and an end.
True.
Think about how fucking exceptional
3
Warcraft
didn't really
3
have
was,
an end.
because it had a complex story that followed through from 1 and 2, and it had a beginning, a middle, and an end.
I don't know, Malfurion blasting at the ass of Archimonde technically is like is goated, but you can definitely the world of WoW is so big that you can pretty much expand on it at every single corner, but you need to make sense of it. So, for example, the reason I said I didn't agree with him is because I thought Cataclysm idea was really good. I thought it was great. They haven't forgot about Neltharion, which is, the appropriate name for Deathring. Sorry if I mispronounced it. It's been quite some time, but I thought it was pretty great. I thought it was awesome that they revamped the entire world from scratch and gave you a new experience and actually progressed some of the zones. Depends on what happened in Classic, and Vanilla. Sorry for calling it Classic all the time. And it was a really great idea. The problem is the execution felt kind of odd at times. The raids were weak. Everything became portalized. This is where World of Portalcraft truly began. And there were so many issues. But I think the idea was noble. For sure. They could have executed better. And people would have loved Cataclysm. Pandaria, on the other hand, fuck that.
If World of Warcraft ended on Wrath, and they did World of Warcraft 2, we might be looking at a brighter future for MMOs than what we've got right now.
I don't know.
Because they would have been able to do a continuation. But then again, they hired a bunch of blue-haired white bitches in their fucking department, and every one of them said, no, there's too much masculinity in this game. We need to kill Varian. We need to kill off any of the strong...
We need to butcher Tyrion at the start of Legion. God bless. What a decision. I want to meet the guy who thought that, or probably a girl.
Strong male characters. We need to turn Thrall into a pussy. And oh yeah, by the way...
Dude, Thrall is such a fucking little bitch, dude. I hate him now. He used to be one of my most respected characters. I always liked Garrosh better, because Garrosh is a fucking base Giga Chad. But Thrall nowadays, man, I can't even look at him. It's so crazy.
A Garrosh... Yeah, that's a little bit too much energy. Remember that time he called Sylvanas a bitch? Delete that from the game, please.
Damn. And Thrall's story used to be so good. I know it has been retconned like a couple of times to make sense, but it was so good. Like being grown as a slave for a human that literally didn't care for him. It was so good. And when you play TVC Caverns of Time and you just help him escape, it was so goated, man. It was so great. What killed the World of Warcraft experience? Like, I don't want any external sites, programs, systems, whatever. Okay, I want this implemented inside of the game. That's it.
Is trying to convey to me outside of the spoken or written word.
It's easy to forget sometimes at these levels that we're no longer just boys in the hood. We're men now. So enough bitching. I'm gonna go do just that.
And it was at that moment.
How the hell did he even get these pants? What? That's crazy, dude. He has a ghillie suit line. Tell me. I wanted to know that.
I went to a guy's house. I was looking for a webcam. All my gear is secondhand. So if you look around here, let me show you. Everything in this office except for like maybe one or two things. Oh fuck, that's fucked. Here.
Damn, that's a setup.
In this office. Every single piece of it.
That's crazy. By the way, I never even put drinks on my table. It's that crazy. It's dude, this setup is insane. Whenever I watch someone with this mean of a setup, I look at myself and I'm like, damn, am I not doing enough? And then I remember queso exists, and I'm like, no, I'm good. It's okay. I only have 2 screens and a camera. And this mic right here is the most expensive piece of gear outside of my computer that I have. But it's crazy. It's actually crazy how people are invested in it. Like, you even have the Stream Deck, which is, you know, I thought about buying it, and then I went like, no, I'm too dumb having multiple buttons. Like, I'm a WoW player. I don't do that. Like, I don't want to.
Is something secondhand,
Even
or
though you
something
can
I
custom
3D
it.
printed out myself? I troll Facebook Marketplace looking for shit because there's a bunch of people out there.
What? Dude, you have like, what? Wait, how many screens is
try
that?
to
Wait.
troll
1, 2, 3,
Facebook Marketplace looking
4,
for shit
5,
because there's a bunch
6, 7 screens. Jesus, what the hell? That's crazy. Oh my god. That is nuts. How you not get confused out of that? I'm literally afraid of adding a 3rd screen. Not only because I don't have space on my table, but because it's actually so confusing. It's crazy. I see that and I go, wow, that's impressive. Man, the power he needs to actually keep all of the lights running must be off the charts.
of people out there who try to be streamers in my country. They realize it requires work and they give up a week later. And they're all a bunch of dumbass rich kids who they think they're gonna get famous on TikTok or whatever the fuck, and then they realize they've actually got to put some thought into it and they give up.
True.
And mommy and daddy fund whatever next project. So
Who
what
cares?
happens is
Yeah,
it ends up being resold on Facebook Marketplace. Now, I believe in particular, I was looking for a replacement for my camera.
By the way, I did not expect him to be the type that has RGB lights on like the mic and stuff. It kind of disappoints me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm such a simple-minded idiot, man. It's crazy. I can't have any RGB. My last PC had them, and it just drove me crazy. I couldn't. When I built this PC, when the guy told me, like, do you want lights on the computer? And I'm like, hell no. Like, hell no. It was so annoying. I hate that. My PC is deadly silent because I have a, like, really good case. And also 0 lights. And I love that. I love that, dude. I cannot have too many confusing shit on my screen and in front of me. Even when the mic is like that, I had to get used to it. Because I was constantly using, like, this shit right here. I'll show you. Basically, this headphone says this little dongle here, right? You see that? And I just, you know, I never used that because I didn't need to. But for the better part of my life, I've used only these type of microphones. And I kind of got used to him not being in my way. And when this thing came over, I started knocking it out of place so many times. I still do. I'm not fully used to it. Most of the time, whenever like I get super excited about something, I end up like knocking out my microphone. And I'm so afraid because this is so expensive, man, and I'm poor. God damn it.
When it came to the ghillie suit, not the DSLR, I was looking for a webcam replacement.
True.
And the guy's house I went to, he had a garage full of shit. And he had a ghillie suit in the corner. And I was like, hey, what's that?
So it was
And
a
he was
ghillie
like,
suit.
back in the day, I used to do a lot of hunting, I used to go out, I used to hunt kudu, I used to hunt springbok.
Sure.
He was an Afrikaner, so my Afrikaans is fucking
Damn, he gave him a pretty nice cover-up story. That's awesome.
terrible. Right, so this was a
I'd
hard
almost
conversation
believe
to
him.
try and have. And I was like, well, do you use it anymore? Would you sell it to me? And he was like, you know what?
He also uses a green screen. I know some of you guys are going to say that. Am I a fan of green screens? I personally not. I gotta be honest. I always love the fact, maybe it's because I'm an Asmongold viewer, not too much these days because he stopped making videos about like video games, but I used to watch a ton of Asmongold back in the day when he was playing, and I always loved the fact that you could see his room and it was so mellow and chill and like realistic. It felt like you were watching, you know, like a really nice human being, okay? Instead of this brain rot infested cringe boy that never got through high school properly, so now he's trying to live the life that he couldn't back in the day, and it just felt nice. So I wanted to do the exact same thing. And also, I don't have money for a green screen, but at the same time, even if I had, I wouldn't have done so because I love the fact that everyone can see my cringe ass orange room that my parents used to color back in the day, because this was my brother's room back in the day. I inherited it when he finally left the house and actually got a life of his own. That was great for him, and I love him dearly for that. And also, I have this, like, Batman poster here. I have my figurines. I have my 2 mangas there. I know you can't really tell. But like that's it. I have my bag here, which I take to work, and my bed. That's it. Like it's so good. And obviously the closet. So I thought it was always nice that people can see me the way that I actually live, rather than a person that, you know, I'm not really trying to be.
You know
If
what,
it
kid?
makes sense. And I'm not claiming that anyone using green screens or lights is doing that. That's just a me thing. That's all I'm saying.
He called me kid because he was like 60. You know what, kid? If it's going to get some use, then that's more use than I'm getting out of it. And he just gave it to me.
Around, this man is an actual legend. Respect.
Moment that I found it. I found the secret to leveling up in Guild
Or he took his grandmother's carpet. Yeah, that might be the case.
Wars 2.
Nah, grandma's dead. She
Damn.
died from gambling. Well, she died from suicide because of gambling.
Oh, Jesus, man.
And she tried to take my whole family down with it.
Finally,
Oh,
I
Jesus.
knew how all
That
these
turned
players
dark.
had
I
done
did
it
not
and
expect that.
survived the
My bad.
journey with their minds still intact. It was right there in front of me all along, and I just couldn't see it until
And now the video
now.
ends. I felt so bad when it
Cliffhanger.
happened. It was such a
There
good
we go.
cliffhanger. Cliffhanger.
That was the most dog shit video I've ever made, by the way.
Okay.
As
It was
always, big
good.
thanks to all my
Interesting.
subscribers, both old and new.
Does he sit through it? He
Nice.
skipped
Another
the
couple
last one.
minutes. Let's see. Nah, I sit through it. What is that? Okay, he's actually good. He knows what he's doing.
And
And a special thank to the Money for Honey
Yeah, okay. Yep, it's the end of the video. Great video. Another insanely good video, but it is to be expected at this point. By the way, I'm going to check out his other non-related Guild Wars 2 videos. So I am. Please Stay watch these tuned.
don't bother, they're terrible.
as well.
Nah,
he's-
I am.
I'm sure they're going to be insane.
Not only I need more content, but I need more good content, and I'm pretty sure they're great.
But as well. I'm
So
going
why
to
not?
link in the description. You guys can watch him, sub to him. Is incredibly talented, of course. And that's enough for the glaze. But yeah, thank you guys so much for telling me to watch this video. It has been,
Goddamn.
again, another great experience. And yeah, I mean, I can't wait to watch the next one, honestly.
Goddamn, another
Yeah.
bunch of W's from GeneralApple.
Thank you.
Unsurprising.
Hey,
Collect some L's, goddammit. Have some variety.
I'll try.
Right.
I'll try my best.
Now it's time.
Okay, that's it. Damn, he watched it. This was a funny video. This was a great view because I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I said I'm gonna drop it, but man, that Blackbeard segment kind of got me. I thought he knew that game, and the fact that his viewers actually went along with it, and they knew what I was talking about, and they said I said it off topic. Screw you. Holy shit. He used the meme. How is that off topic? It's crazy. It's crazy. But okay, you know what? The rest of the reaction was so great. I was super stoked to see that he actually enjoyed the video. It makes me happy, and also it really lets me know how much spiciness, like to adjust the spiciness level of my video, because I do look to entertain your average Joe, but at the same time, I'm 90% like this guy right here. Okay? Not in terms of scalp shininess, but in terms of like humor and stuff. So I do try to appeal to people that are much like myself, because it makes my videos more fun to make. And it also fun for more people. So I'm trying to adjust my spiciness level to be kind of, hitting the best of both. But, maybe one day I'll be able to achieve that. But that being said, this video has been taking too long, and I don't want to take too much of your time. So thank you guys for staying tuned and watching this. Make sure to let me know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one.